Hello everybody, hope you're doing really well. Today we are at the wonderful Bramley and Wonersh disused station, and it is a part of the Downs link, and it's gorgeous today. It's such a beautiful day. We're not too far away from Guildford. In fact, actually this line would have been part of Guildford as well. We're in the wonderful little remnants of the wonderful little station sort of like hub here, and beautiful platform, amazing conditions still, and it's been very busy today with lots of people walking by. So let's talk about the history of it briefly. So in 1865, October 1865 to be precise, this train line opened, and it was named originally as Bramley, so just without the Wonersh, and then in 1888 then what happened was then it became Bramley and Wonersh, so it sort of like combined the two. And then what happened was, throughout its wonderful, incredible years of its life, in 1965, it was the beaching cuts, unfortunately, that had seen its demise, really, as with most of the stuff that we've covered on our channel. Actually, most of the lines that we've done have been victim to Dr. Beaching and his cuts. Remember, I think we said about it on the West Grinstead one, where obviously that he's a fellow Kent lad, Mr. Dr. Beaching, who decided to completely streamline, as we sort of politely would refer to it, the railway network to make it more effective, efficient and financially more viable, argumentatively wise. What's really interesting about this whole story, and it's actually interesting, I didn't realise this was here until just now. It was a really famous but sad tragic incident that happened, which was on 1942 on the 16th of December, where 8 people lost their lives and 36 more were injured when a train from Guildford was bombed and machine gunned as it approached Bramley station. And it's so sad when you hear these types of stories about this, and it's not uncommon. Again, we've covered similar sort of tales of rogue German bombers just sort of like targeting, unfortunately, individual civilian targets. But what an incredible piece of history. If you come with me, this platform is to die for, really. It's so pretty, so beautiful. What's really great as well, if you come with me in here, they've still got the original from Horsham and Guildford signed here with the wonderful little timetable, and it says the timetable from February 1890. And then, if you follow me here, some wonderful little photos, which I think you're seeing as I'm pre-talking to you anyway, that we sort of like found as well, which is just wonderful, really. And it's really hard to believe that we're not too far away from Guildford, because we feel so remote here. We're not too far away from Chilworth Gunpowder Works, which we've done before, and we've also done the the wonderful Folly Tower, which has completely escaped me, which is not too far away from here either. Forgive me for that, I should remember that one. Can't remember for everything. And then look, we've got a wonderful old Southern Railway warning. Tells us it's hereby given under section 97(2) of Southern Railway Act 1924 to persons not to trespass upon the railway. Penalty not exceeding, I think there'll be 40 shillings will be the polite termination, so forgive me on that anyway. But yeah, here we are. Wonderful, isn't it? So let's just take a little bit of a brief look round, and hopefully you're enjoying this. I totally am as well. Come on. We're basically now like on the actual main track line itself, which I said before is part of the Downs link, and we've spoken about that before. Obviously this line was from obviously Peasmarsh through to Guildford, and this was a 2-track platform as well, so you can see how wide it is when we're looking at it. Again, it's not too hard to imagine. Like, there are beautiful photos of this place, and it's so great that the history is still contained within it. And what I find really interesting is that, from somebody who has been on quite a lot of trains before, and most of you probably watching have been the same, especially in England, it's amazing that when we look at these platforms, they still don't look necessarily unfamiliar to us when we go on our own little train journeys. There always seems to be that weird thing, and I always say, I mentioned this before in some videos, is that It always feels sometimes, even though I know this isn't a platform anymore, when you see that, you still feel a little bit like, oh, I shouldn't be down here, just in case, because obviously, like, you can imagine that there would have been a train going through here. But yeah, come with me. Come on. So far we've seen a lot of cyclists, we've seen a lot of people walking, which is great because actually it means that this is really in good use. And let's get back to the far end because I want to show you something really cool. Come on. We're now standing at the opposite side of the train platform. So it's a little bit busy obviously going by, as you can imagine. But obviously it's really nice to see these old sort of like gates. Obviously you can imagine when the trains were coming through that you could unlatch them, the beautiful red signage as they were sort of like going across. Really encompasses that, and I love the fact that these little reminders are still here to sort of remind us of these wonderful pieces of long lost history really. And I just love the fact that it's such a communal thing around here that people can really relate to this type of like history, and it just encompasses so much richness really, which is what I love. You know, I'm always, as you're probably aware on my channel, I'm always quite a big believer in these types of things really. The fact that this type of history is so nice if we can just preserve it, just so that other people out there can really make wonderful use of it. But isn't this just amazing? It really is. So thank you so much for coming along with me. Really hope you enjoyed this wonderful little piece of brilliant bit of railway history. Feel free to come down, enjoy yourself, come to Guildford. Like I said, there's so much in this local area to explore and to have fun with. In more words of Phoenix history, because history matters, and I'll see you, of course, sometime very soon. Take care everybody, bye for now.